What a great pleasure it is to welcome back to What's Next, Hylton Kallner, who's the Discovery Bank CEO, no stranger to us, and a bank that's doing extraordinarily well, breaking ground with all sorts of new innovations. Hylton, it's great to see you again. I'm looking forward to getting this next update from Discovery Bank. How are you doing?
Excellent. Thanks, Aki. Thanks for once again the invitation.
Now, listen, it's great to have you with us. Discovery Bank recently announced that it had reached profitability as of January 25, which is quite extraordinary because I remember being at the launch of the bank a few years back and speaking to you last year, and your forecasts were a little bit further out than January 25. So it's a great milestone, well ahead of its target. What's been the secret to the success? How did you get there so fast?
So I think it's definitely exceeded expectations, and I think it's kind of a confluence of a number of different factors where the model itself has attracted really high quality clients at scale, at pace. We've grown faster than we expected in terms of the number of clients. We're seeing about 1,300 new clients a day joining the bank. Engagement levels within the client base are higher than we'd anticipated. Clients are using the bank as their primary bank account. They're using it for overdrafts, for credit cards, for revolving credit facilities, but more and more they're using it across all of the different ecosystems. So that's generating a lot of activity, and the scalability of the model has played out really well. So the kind of the digital platform and the approach of being digital first, branchless, full service, but very efficient in terms of delivering a world-class service to our customers has enabled us to grow the client base, grow the transactions, but really keep the kind of the efficiencies in place. And all of that has now come through really strongly to manifest in profitability, as you say. Really, really excited, ahead of plan, and kind of we scale from here in a different phase.
Yeah, listen, congratulations. I've actually seen it. It's been such an interesting, it's been so interesting to watch, that when the bank launched, people were really keen on the loyalty and the rewards program that you had. So they took out a card and they were using it and they were dabbling. Next thing, they've moved across into the bank and they're using all the other banking sets that you've got available, which is what I've seen. I don't know if you're seeing something similar, but I think people were, testing the waters. They used a bit of the benefits and, all the great stuff that you guys have got for, if you reach your targets and all that sort of thing. But it's great to hear that you guys have been so successful at Discovery. So it was 2018, right? That was the date I remember. Discovery Bank launch happened then. It was just a credit card that I mentioned, so that's what people have been dabbling on. And since then, you've launched quite a wide range of additional services. I mean, there's home loans now, and there's service expansion has played a key role in the success of Discovery Bank, because you haven't just stayed stagnant. You've kept rolling out new innovations all the time.
Yeah, today we have a full suite of products. So you can join the bank and then open a transaction account and credit card instantaneously. But then we have a full range of savings products. So there's fixed deposits, notice deposits, demand savings that clients can open and use for their kind of longer term savings as well. You can open a Forex account instantaneously and start transferring from rands to dollars, pounds, or euros immediately, and that is facilitated in real time with all of the built-in financial surveillance and exchange control management tools directly in the bank app itself. And then, as you say, a whole host of other products around lending, including home loans, which is for many people their most significant investment and asset over their lifetime. So it's a full range of personal banking products that we offer. And what's interesting is within each one of those categories, we also cater for a wide segment of the population. So we have a very basic, low cost, pay as you transact digital account that you can use to test the bank or experience the bank for fairly kind of limited services. But then we have at the opposite end of the spectrum our purple banking division, which is full relationship banking with private bankers and the most kind of extensive service that a bank can offer. So we really do cater for the full spectrum of clients.
No, you certainly do, and I mean I've experienced that myself. I mean I was telling, I tell people about the savings that I just save on travel costs.
Yeah.
I've had to travel locally and abroad just recently, and just the savings on my flights have paid for the bank fees, throughout the year. It's quite astonishing, the savings. Then you got car hire, and then I love the fact that I could just access a lounge with ease, which is brilliant. And those are the kinds of benefits that your customers absolutely love. Now, you told the Daily Investor, and I want you just to correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that you're expecting to generate 3 billion rand in profit by 2029. Is that right? Because it's quite an ambitious goal.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say it's an ambitious goal. It's not kind of just business as usual. It is an ambition. It's an aspiration, and it assumes that everything kind of plays out really well from over the next 4 years or so. But certainly, we believe that it's achievable, and it reflects all of the different dynamics that I've taken you through, and the fact that the model and the platform that's been built really is so scalable. And I think what's beautiful about the bank is that while the bank is kind of growing and gaining significant value, our clients are at the same time, exactly as you described. A lot of our clients are getting much more out of the bank than they would have typically got from traditional banking. That goes without saying, hopefully. But they're a net gainer from the bank in terms of value, because of the shared value model, where if you manage your finances well, and you engage in the right behaviors, we share just tremendous value back with the clients in interest rates, in travel, in healthy food discounts, and a whole range of lifestyle benefits that we're able to generate for them. In the last year, our clients have generated over 10 billion discovery miles, which is over R1 billion worth of value if you monetize it. And they are using them everywhere. So to pay for flights, for e-commerce, and as well as gifting them. So it really is. It's kind of a brilliant ecosystem in terms of generating great value for the client, and then in time also for the bank.
Yeah, and I guess that you're still very much a behavioral bank, because you touched on the behaviors. You do this, you do that. I mean, it's all sensible stuff that makes your finances better, makes your health better. So it's all about behaviors, and it's fantastic. It helps you, guide you to save better, cut costs where you can. So behavioral banking still very much of the whole ethos of Discovery Bank.
That's the entire foundation of the model. We encourage our clients to have sufficient savings in place for unforeseen expenses, to ensure that their debt repayments are affordable on a month-to-month basis, to have the right insurance in place for catastrophes, to plan and save adequately for retirement, and to build up long-term assets, in particular property. We know that if you kind of follow the guidelines on those 5 controllable factors, then you can avoid virtually all of the events that cause clients to not meet their financial goals. What we've just added now, which is an interesting one because it talks exactly to the point you've just made, is financial planning. That kind of a sixth factor that we encourage our clients to engage in, which is almost like a thread that goes through all of them. And that really encourages our clients to budget using our tools, like a financial analyzer, on a month-to-month basis. It's really simple and engaging, but it helps to then manage costs and identify areas for savings, and then to have a long-term plan in place, including things like wills, and testamentary planning and services, to ensure intergenerational intergenerational financial health, and so that's something that we're really engaging in now. But essentially, if clients manage those controllable behaviors and plan effectively, then we know that in the long term they will be absolutely brilliant for the bank and they will achieve their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because you've got a completely, well, I mean, banking is banking and the basis is the same, but your approach and your kind of ethos about this is that you believe that banking should not be seen purely as a transactional service. Okay. That's what you believe in. It should be not be seen purely as a transactional service, but rather one that can be used to actively improve people's lives, which is what we've just spoken about. That
Exactly.
runs through the bank's DNA.
Everything about the bank is about making our clients financially healthier, protecting them. You talk about kind of the transactional nature of it, and obviously kind of at its core, we offer really sophisticated digital banking capabilities, and we've just rolled out some really exciting ones that allow clients to really manage and control their accounts at a kind of a really detailed level. But what we find is that our clients are super engaged. On average, they access our digital app, our banking app, every single day across the month. So they using the bank, they engaged in the bank, and so what we've really focused on doing is making sure that the bank is secure and helps them to be safer in kind of every aspect of their life. So now, for example, we've now made available through the bank app all of our emergency services across the Discovery Group. So you can call an ambulance if you need it. You can, if you're traveling overseas, you can access our international medical cover, and we'll be able to ensure that you get treatment if you need it. There's home assistance, there's roadside assistance, all accessible via the bank app now. So, we really kind of are wrapping ourselves around the clients in much more than just the kind of the core banking transactions.
I want to touch on those emergency services in a moment as well, because we've launched a very interesting innovation. But the AI is playing a massive role in everything that we do in our lives, and I'm sure it's no stranger to Discovery Bank. You've also just announced many new tools and services to actually improve the banking experience for your clients. Let's start with Discovery AI. How does this tool work, and what is Discovery AI?
It's a remarkable use of technology. So essentially, what we've done is we've taken all of our data that we have on our clients and kind of brought it together in a massive data lake that consists of more than 10 terabytes of client data, averaging around about 40,000 data points per client, and based on that data, we can really assist our clients in terms of providing them with unique insights into their financial behaviors and their financial transactions. So, you can ask, what's my average spend every month on my household expenses? And we can analyze that directly for you and then identify areas for potential savings. How does that compare to others who are, living in the same area and with the same family size, for example? And it can process that level of transaction. The channel that we've used though is really simple and easy for clients to access. So just using our Discovery Bank WhatsApp channel, using AI, so in conversational text, you can ask any of these questions. You can set up reminders like a private banker if you've got specific expenses every month that you want to be reminded to pay, or alternatively, smart notifications like just monitor my account, and if I'm going to be short of funds for an upcoming debit order, please remind me to top up. And the service can do that exactly for you. You can use text in any language, or chat, so voice notes as well, to get the information that you need, or upload pictures, images, and then the AI engine interprets them and gives you a response. So what's quite useful for clients, we're finding, is that as we've tested it, the kind of the convenience of WhatsApp is what makes it appealing to a lot of people. So, for example, you can say, send me 3 months certified bank statements on my credit card account, and it will just WhatsApp them directly to you. So you don't have to go into the app any longer and find them yourself. It's literally like having a private banker on call 24/7 via the channel. What's I think also important to maybe say is that we've really thought through the security aspects of it as well. The channel itself is encrypted and is secure, but you go through the same authentication process that you would if you were accessing the app. So as you start the conversation, we immediately step you up into the Discovery Bank app, authenticate you fully using the facial ID or biometrics, and then take you back into the channel. So it's fully authenticated, fully secure. We know that we're chatting to you as the account holder, and then you get access to this really sophisticated AI platform. We've been testing it in our call center. Our bankers have had access to the same platform for the last few months. We've run over 120,000 queries that have come into our call center on the AI tech, where it's effectively been a co-pilot for our call center agents, with just amazing results. So, it's helped them in terms of the quality of responses that they're giving and the information to clients, and clients, without really even knowing that they're being assisted by an AI co-pilot to the banker, are scoring these calls at like almost 5 out of 5 every single time. So they're feeling the kind of the quality of the interaction, which is amazing. And now we're making it available directly to them.
That's amazing. So you're offering this really personalized and seamless banking experience, and you're removing a lot of that friction. And I mean, I'm going to find that useful. Thanks for that heads up, to be able to ask for my bank statements to be delivered on WhatsApp. It's fantastic,
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that.
Yeah. So convenient. You can get tax certificates. You can select the last month, the last 3 months, and they just get dropped down to the WhatsApp channel in PDF. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Look, you mentioned quite a few of the security features, and of course, security is, paramount when you're banking. I mean, I think that's one thing that just people are petrified about is, being scammed, or, one of these things that are happening every single day with regards to financial services. But one of the most interesting things that you've added, security features, the digital account vault. Can you tell us about what exactly it is and how does it work?
So I mean, you're 100% right. The stats are pretty scary. The research that we've done indicates that 2 out of 3 South Africans have either been defrauded themselves or know somebody, a close family member or friend, who's been defrauded over the last year, which is quite a frightening statistic. And as banking has become more digital, obviously it's much more convenient. Every single, you've got a bank branch literally in the palm of your hand with your smartphone today. That's where the branch has moved from a physical building or a shopping center to everyone's smartphones. And so, our entire lives today are on our phones, if you think about it. And that includes our bank accounts. It includes all of our social media apps. And so the real risk that people face is, for example, if your phone is stolen, that your most valuable assets, and like your bank accounts, are accessed by really sophisticated thieves today. So what we've done is we've created a digital account vault, which basically allows you to hide your most valuable bank accounts, and then have a secure code that you set that would that allows them to then be accessed. And only if you type in that code can you even see that those accounts are available, and then you can use them. Yourself. What's interesting is we've also added not just a secure code, which is what you would use anytime you want to access those accounts, but a panic code, which is a code that only you would know, that if you enter, then we know that you're accessing those accounts against your will or under duress. And that notifies our fraud division, notifies them in real time, and it tells them, listen, I'm accessing these accounts, but I'm doing so against my will. Everything will flow from as normal. So it's important to the client's safety that there's no interference whatsoever. So everything will flow as normal, but there's heightened monitoring by our fraud division on any transactions that occur at that point. We geolocate exactly where you are. We watch all of the activity on the account in real time, and we will dispatch law enforcement or armed response directly to you if we feel that there's any risk to you at that point in time. So it really does give the highest level of account security and physical security to our clients.
Wow, that's absolutely brilliant. So the way I'm hearing you, it's like almost you're putting a safe within a safe. So if I
Exactly.
want to lock up something really, really valuable, I put it in there. So what would people put in there? Like your savings account for like those
Exactly.
big emergencies, something like that, right?
Exactly.
So
Savings
then
account.
okay.
Yeah. Your home loan access bond. Your
Okay.
access facility, your savings accounts, your kind of your notice deposits, anything that you feel that is of kind of value to you, you can place in that account vault, and you can access it any time. I mean, it's completely available to you, but it's locked, as you say, almost kind of a safe within a safe.
It's almost like a triple tier authentication because you
Yeah.
authenticate yourself getting into the app, you got to
Yeah.
authenticate yourself getting into the safe. And what
Yeah.
I love about what you just said, if somebody's like putting a gun to your head or forcing you to get in there, you can put in that panic code that is going to alert everybody else
It's a
within a
silent
few
alarm.
seconds to come and help you. Okay.
That's it. It's literally a silent alarm that goes to Discovery Bank that tells us that there's something wrong at that point in time. So you can think of it as, if you think about it in the way we think about our homes, we secure our homes, and that's almost equivalent of biometrically authenticating your whole bank account with your Face ID, and then you could have a kind of a physical safe in your home as well for your kind of your jewelry. That's what this does for your most valuable accounts, and we think it's really important, and we've also applied for a global patent on this
Oh, wow, that's so
technology.
cool. So Hilton, does this fall under the Discovery 911 service? Because I know sometimes if I hit a pothole quite hard, the next thing I get a call from you guys to say, "Hey, we're from Discovery Insure. We've just noticed you've hit something quite hard. Are you okay?" Is it the same kind of thing?
Yeah, it's similar, except I mean, obviously, these are armed response teams that would be dispatched if you ever need them into any area of the country that we've had in place. We launched this yesterday. We've already had probably about 10 people that have tested it. You're not supposed to, but they thought, let me just try this, see what happens. They get a bit of a surprise when big guys arrive at their house pretty quickly.
Really?
If everything's okay. Yeah. So we've actually, part of the terms and conditions are actually such that we discourage it, obviously. And in fact, if people do abuse it, then they'll be charged for the call out. But it's allowed us to kind of test it in real time across the country in a few instances, and had a few very surprised members who just wanted to see what would happen.
You shouldn't have told me that. I'm sure there's no. I'm not gonna test it. I promise. But I like the fact that these big guys arrive. And so is this service absolutely free?
Yeah, the service is
Obviously not if you decide to test it.
Yeah, not for false panics. But
Yeah.
and yeah, not just to test it, but if you do need it, and obviously it's a genuine emergency, then absolutely it's a free service that we provide to our clients.
That's very cool. Well, listen, congratulations, Aaron, and I hope you get that patent. Now, Discovery is also well known, Hilton, for its vitality offering, which basically leverages a shared value model to, encourage better customer behaviors. Shopping stuff. I mean, I know how much I score from just my Woolies healthy buying stuff every month, just because I'm eating healthier food. Could you talk us about the new additions to the Vitality Money service? Because I know that you've just announced a few new additions.
Yeah, so I mean, we've added, as I said, financial planning as one of the kind of the behaviors that we're rewarding. But in addition, for the next few weeks, a few really fun additions that we're adding. Our most popular program in Vitality is Active Rewards, which is kind of a weekly goal that our clients engage in, whereby if they exercise and achieve their kind of physical activity goal for the week, and if they drive well or have responsible spending for the week, then they close these 3 rings. And we have over 1 million clients a month playing these game boards. If you close your rings every Wednesday, you get to pick a tile on a game board, and you can earn up to 1,500 miles on every tile. And our clients love Active Rewards, and we have just hundreds of thousands of people playing every week, and then accumulating the miles and spending them. For the next 5 weeks, there'll be at least 5 game boards every week that have a 1 million miles tile somewhere on them. And so if you choose that tile, you become an instant miles millionaire. That's the kind of the reward. So it's our most valuable reward we've ever had. Every week there'll be at least 5 game boards, sometimes more, that have this magical 1 million mile tile on it. And we hope that a lot of people find them, and that they're just going to be all over the place. So it's kind of, if you've ever seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and you see that golden ticket, that's kind of what it hopefully feels like. And that will be available from next week, where people start seeing these game boards with million mile tiles on them. And then for the next month as well, our Vitality Fitness platform, which has just been launched, and it's been really well received. It gives our clients access to over 350 facilities across the country: yoga, Pilates, health clubs, and you get 2 free visits to any of those facilities every month. And then if you use them more than that, we automatically charge your Discovery Bank account. So you use the payment rails to pay as you gym, in effect. For April, you'll get 8 free visits to anywhere in the network over the course of the month. So you can basically exercise, experience all of them, get physically active, and earn Vitality points in the process, and go to all of the different facilities that you'd like to try out over the course of the month. So really valuable, but also encouraging the right healthy behavior, and that's kind of a real win-win.
That's fantastic. Does everybody qualify for the 8 visits in the month of April?
All Vitality Health members who've got a bank account will qualify.
Cool.
Will qualify for that. Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing, Hylton. So really, you just adding more and more value to the bank, which is absolutely fantastic. Hylton, I mean, you've been at the helm. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's more than 5 years now, is it, or is it just short of 5 years?
Just short of 5 years in the bank.
Okay.
Obviously, I've been at Discovery for a lot longer than that.
Yes. Yeah. So what I wanted to ask you is that is there anything that since you've been at the helm of the bank that's really surprised you about people's behavior and money and what they do? I'm just curious. Have you had any wild moments to say, "Wow, I've never expected that"?
I have them probably every single day, Aki. The reality is that banking is so central to people's lives. Every single, that everything that we do often involves the bank in some shape or form. And that's what's so amazing about the bank, in a sense, is that we are kind of central to people's lives, and we can really make a difference. You can make a positive impact on people's lives by being a bank that really supports them. And I think that even in this launch, the response to it has been remarkable, in the sense that it resonates with people. That people that have been impacted by fraud, as an example, they immediately appreciate the enhanced security that we're offering. People that want to that kind of want to transact digitally have seen the AI capability via WhatsApp, and they can't wait to use it. They just find it much more convenient than needing to speak to a banker, for example. So the banking itself is so central to people's lives that you get feedback every single day and so quickly when it does make a positive impact.
Yeah, I'm always curious to know how many cups of coffee do you guys give away a month? I know some people who are utilizing at least 4 to 6 free cups of coffee. They get to their targets. They do all sorts of things every single month. You multiply the cost of a cappuccino, and that adds up to a lot of money. Do you know how many cups of coffee you guys give away a month?
It's hundreds of thousands. I can tell you that. It is just it's a massive number. And I personally love my coffee, so it's one of the best benefits that we can offer our clients, and they love it. So
Yes.
It's something that does resonate.
Hylton Kallner is the Discovery Bank CEO. It's so good to chat to you. Always good chatting to you and catching up. And it's just wonderful to just be part of your journey and just navigating through this journey and watching your successes along the sidelines. So congratulations to you and your team. And I know that it's a very ambitious target that you've set. I've no doubt that you're going to take this challenge head on. Thank you for your time, Hylton.
Thanks so much, Aki. Great speaking to you as always.